Man, I'm excited. How do you guys like that for an intro, huh? Got a little music coming out soon.
That's pretty nice of you, man.
New song coming out soon. Performing at Spotify, South by Southwest this year. That shit's gonna be crazy. Austin, Texas. This is gonna be crazy, man. I'm excited. I'm here with y'all on a Wednesday night. We're about to talk about some baseball. You feel me? And you know, we got Mr. Smokey Center back in the building.
What's up, boys?
Smokey Center back in the building. We got Mr. Dope One and all. Narrow from What the Hell's Happening Sports. You guys already know. Make sure you guys go grab that on Instagram. Hit that follow button. We got No Sleep Tyler. He's coming back. Hold on one second. He just left the panel here. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys so much. And you know, we are always in the building every single day, daily, Monday through Sunday. I had a couple days. I gave myself a couple days off because there was a couple things I needed to do, just to get my research in order for this beautiful podcast we have coming to you guys. I can't wait to talk about some baseball, man.
I've been itching for it.
It's
been a while.
I've been itching.
Tell me about it.
Tyler. He said he can't see nothing. We can see you. Like you're here on stage, brother. Your camera's off and your microphone is off.
Can you guys
anyways,
see me? I literally
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I literally can't see nothing. My screen's white.
First day with the new tech, huh? Yeah, I can dig it. Episode 4. You guys already know the drill. You guys know the drill. And you guys know we have a Facebook page. You guys go like us on Facebook if you have Facebook at the Bay State Media Collective on Facebook. You guys can go for all the older heads if you guys older heads watching out there. And no, I got there's some older heads that watch.
All the unks.
My parents, my unks, they watch. My aunt. Yeah, they watch when sometimes when I'm live or whenever I post a video. So yeah, they come in and support. Shout out Ben, shout out Tyler. You already know we in the building. We're in a full panel today on the Emari Scott Show. You know, we're structuring Bay State Media a little differently because we talk about so many sports, and sometimes I like to talk about stuff that doesn't even involve what other people's teams, like the White Sox. Tyler's a White Sox fan. You know, Narrow, he's a Red Sox fan like myself. Spoke is a Marlins fan, as you can see. The F on the hat. And you already know Ben is a Blue Jays fan. Team that went back to the World Series last season.
And choked.
And as you guys already know, well, you know, and as you guys can see below, right next to Tyler, like and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe. Okay, we need you to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. As you can see, tap that bell on our page, please, because every time we go live, you guys will be able to tune in. Also, we got some new games and segments coming for you guys. We're gonna think of some other stuff that we've done previously also as well. We're gonna bring back Bay State Media Stat Olympics because, you know, NBA, NHL, MLB is about to be in full swing, so it's gonna be a busy time like it was for football for us. Football is over, and you know, I'm sad football is over. Honestly, I mean, it's not really over because you got the UFL coming up. I like to watch the UFL.
That?
Bro, the UFL is not that bad.
The UFL. I heard something.
Yeah, the UFL is not that bad. And, you know, I wish, you know, they'd have more games and stuff like that. But, you know, you can only play so many games due to the physicality. But anyways, let's dive right into it, man. The MLB offseason. This has been, honestly, one of the more exciting off seasons in the past couple of years.
For
sure. A lot of guys moving around to teams that definitely filled their needs, and some guys returning back to where they felt like they rightfully belonged. We all know here in Boston what has transpired for us, but we're going to dive just right into the top 10 team free agencies of 2026. So far. So actually, Spoke, since you're coming back and making a return, we'll start with you and Nero. And then Ben, obviously you'll go after them. But
All right, let's
Spoke,
go.
give us your top 10 and what you got and why.
So, all right, this one's gonna hurt, but I feel like number one, we have to go with the Dodgers. Of course, you're adding a closer with Edwin Diaz, and then you're fixing that outfield problem that you kind of had during the postseason with Kyle Tucker. I'm not the biggest Kyle Tucker fan, but he is good. Is he worth the money that he got paid? Absolutely not. But yet again, the Dodgers, you can't you can buy wins, but with the players they got, I think they might go back to back. Again, back to back to back. Sorry. My next team, you guys are gonna think is surprising, but I think I got the Orioles. Now the Orioles is a special case because
that's my number one team, the Orioles.
All right, that's valid. That's valid. I had to put the Dodgers at one because they fixed almost all their needs. They got their needs. But the Orioles, they could definitely be contenders for the AL East now. Just like what the captain says. But adding Alonso was a great add. I did not see it coming at all. I wish they did make some more pitching moves because their starting pitching is a little shaky. I mean, Trevor Rogers, former Marlin, has been balling recently, but needs some help, and you can't rely on one guy. Next team I got is the Red Sox. The Red Sox made a lot of trades, surprisingly. But the most recent one that I really liked is the Durbin trade. Now, Durbin, yes, he's 25, unproven, you could say. The contact bet, he's a third baseman. Now, the Red Sox didn't need a third baseman this offseason. They went in, they traded for it, and they got it. Sonny Gray was a great acquisition as well. And then Ranger Suarez signing just adds more pitching depth. So my top three right now, I got Dodgers, Orioles, Red Sox. Hold on, I wrote this all down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blue Jays. Dylan Cease and Ben. Who's the guy that you guys signed for third baseman? Okamoto, yeah. He is. I think he's better than Murakami. I mean, Murakami can't hit a fastball, and everyone now is just throwing. Everyone is throwing like 99 mile per hour at this point, and if you can't hit at least 94 miles per hour, you're gonna be useless. So, if he can fix it, he'll be fine. Guy's a great power hitter, but Okamoto, in my opinion, is just better. So the Blue Jays, Cease, Okamoto, and I think they made some other moves, but those are the two big ones, and those are the ones that they needed. That starting pitching rotation looks great. Ben, if I were you, I'd be happy. You got.
Well, I am. So
you better be, bro. I wish I had that rotation, but I'm happy with my rotation. The Astros didn't do anything. Oh wait, going back to the Orioles, I forgot they got Taylor Ward, another outfield acquisition, which is good. So it just proves my point. Then we got the hot take. I think my Marlins did pretty good this offseason. We got Owen Casey, great snag. We got Pete Fairbanks, who we need.
I had them ahead of the Blue Jays. The Marlins.
I like that, but I'm gonna stick with my take because I don't want to be too biased. But
fair.
But the bullpen needed an identity, and Pete Fairbanks is a great add to that bullpen for a closer. I listed 5 teams, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold up. The Mets. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. Losing Diaz Alonso does hurt, but they got Bo Bichette. Even though they're gonna play him at third, I don't know how that's gonna roll out. But they got Bo Bichette. Marcus Simeon, he's all right. Probably like a defensive ad. And then they got Devin Williams. He's not Edwin Diaz, but he's very capable of getting wins. So the Mets are definitely up there. The Phillies were quiet, so I don't really want to say anything about the Phillies. Just fuck them. Fuck. The Brewers did all right this offseason. Didn't do much, but I feel like losing Peralta is gonna hurt them. But either way, I think Miz is gonna step up, so they're gonna be fine there. And I feel like that's all I have because the Yankees were dog shit. They brought the same team they did last season. The Cubs, the Cubs. Edward Cabrera, you needed a starter. You really needed a starter, and you got him with Edward Cabrera. You lost Owen Casey, probably their best prospect. It sucks, but it was worth it. But yeah, I feel like the Cubs definitely improved this offseason with adding that pitcher because in the playoffs they definitely needed a pitcher. And now they got it. So let's see what they could do. That's all I got.
Absolutely, yeah. I think those are pretty much all the teams I actually had on my list, but I had them in different order. Nero, since the one and only, since he's
Yes,
back.
sir, yes, sir. I don't have too much to add on for this, only because Spoke basically said everything I would like for the most part, everything, especially the notables. I will say, I think the team and the person that won the most out of this offseason, Tariq Skubal. So mind you, that's the Detroit Tigers. And when I say Tariq Skubal is he's going into a year where arbitration was key. He had to fight hard to get his money, and now he's the highest paid player ever for an arbitration case. So for him to get his money this year is going to set the tone for him for possibly next year if they're going to try to sign him back, or he might go wherever he wants, whether it's free agency, him getting traded. So for him to get his money, how he did it, and he won that case, that was big on him. I think the Tigers, especially bringing in Framber Valdez, it's going to play key also because now you have a 1-2 punch, especially in Valdez with experience. You bring back home Justin Verlander, future Hall of Famer. He had some experience, some veteranship to that. But having Kenley Jansen as your closer now, along with Kyle Finnegan, that bullpen, especially the back end, is more fortified. Kyle Finnegan had a bounce back year last year with the Nationals before he got traded to the Tigers at the deadline. So I feel like that team right now is kind of set up, and especially pitching wise in those spots right there. Offensively, it's still a question. I mean, Javi Baez, is Mr. Inconsistent. He had a better year last year, but I've been rooting for the guy who's Puerto Rican, and ever since he got to Detroit, it's been you feel me? But yeah, so other than that, I think the Tigers are going to be a surprise team, even though they've already been that team for the last couple of years. I feel like their expectations are going to be a lot higher now, especially in that Central, because we don't know what's really going to happen in the Central this year. And then I would have to obviously stick with the hometown team with the Red Sox. Getting Ranger Suarez was big, but I honestly feel like the sleeper addition of this offseason for the Red Sox is Sonny Gray. I think Sonny Gray is going to turn back the clock because he's not at the forefront of the rotation. He's not at the back end. He's right in the middle. And having guys like Garrett Crochet and Ranger Suarez in front of him, there's not as much pressure to go out every fifth day, especially being the first guy to set the tone for a series as a Garrett Crochet. You're the middle guy. So I think he's going to turn back the clock like that. But truthfully, the Dodgers keep on winning. I tell you, grabbing Edwin Diaz as your closer now and adding Kyle Tucker, I mean, the rich get richer. You already have 3 Hall of Famers on that team. It's just going to add more to it to get the third in a row. And for the Mets, I like what they did this offseason, but it don't mean shit. I mean,
Exactly.
they don't. You saw what they did at the deadline last year, getting guys like Ryan Helsley, who I'll talk about also going on the Orioles afterwards. But getting Ryan Helsley, I don't even give a fuck who they got, but a guy like that who struggled and everybody else couldn't do shit for the last month and a half of the year. It don't mean shit. So Freddie Peralta, Bo Bichette, all these big names are great. But if you're gonna do the same shit that you did last year at the end of the year, then all that money it's going to waste and it don't mean shit. That's what I got to say about that.
I'd like to add to that, Nero, because the Mets, like you said, the past seasons they've been playing, the big names they've been getting, they've been like showing up. They haven't been showing up because that payroll. Let's look at last season where they were on the brink of elimination. They got eliminated, but anyway, they were about to get eliminated. Marlins won game 1. The Mets won game 2. They needed to win game 3. Their big names didn't show up. Alonso didn't do jack shit. Else didn't do shit. Lindor didn't do shit. The list just keeps going. And the Mets, they're just like straight up nothing. Like, I'm not afraid of this team because I know my team is a sneaky team. I think our ceiling is wild card, but we'll get to that later. But the Mets, the way they've been is just egregious to watch, and I love it. First of all, but I love that take, and then the Sonny Gray take. I think he'll do good, and it also affects Brian Bayo because Bayo, the way he has been, I feel like the few seasons he's had pressure, but with Sonny Gray and Ranger Suarez, he's gonna be fine. I feel like as a 4. That's all I have to add on.
No, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to go back on the Red Sox, I think Bayo's better suited, especially for this season and who he has in front of him as the 4th. I will say also that 5th spot is going to depend on Oviedo, whether he stays healthy enough. He should start out the year healthy. If he can grab that spot, that'll be great. But I feel like the sleeper guy for the Red Sox this year in terms of pitcher, I don't know if we really talk about it, but I think Connolly Early is an up and coming star.
I was about to mention him too.
I think,
yeah, great.
No,
name.
for sure, and I think so because his team failed him in the wild card in game 4 of that wild card. His team failed him. So actually, no, game 3. Excuse me, game 3 of that wild card. His team failed him. If the Red Sox fielders didn't fail Connolly Early, I guarantee you I wouldn't say he was going to go on a special run in the playoffs, but people would have known his name a lot more. So I think a guy like that, you still got Peyton Tolley also. He still needs more development. Him adding a 2-seam fastball this offseason helps. But the Red Sox are in good shape. Losing Alex Bregman, it hurts. But to grab Caleb Durbin as well as a younger replacement, it helps. And finishing 3rd off a rookie of the year voting last year in the National League, it says something. It's not like this guy's a schmo. This guy's all right. You know what I'm saying? And he's only going to grow. And then finally, to stick with the Red Sox before I move on real quick, Wilson Contreras, I like the move a lot. I just hope he's consistent. I just hope that he doesn't get in this position where he's another Pablo Sandoval. You know what I'm saying? He's another Hanley Ramirez for the most part of his contract. Out of a couple years, because he was here for 3 years, and 2 of those years, the first year was a mixed bag, the second year was great, and then the last couple years were in. So you just hope that Wilson Contreras, at least as the veteran piece, sticks up and holds his end of the bargain. But that the Red Sox, I say in terms of ranking, I think I would say they finished 3rd in terms of like free agency rankings. I have the Dodgers at 1. I have Dodgers at 1, Orioles at 2, Red Sox at 3. I'm gonna stick to that for right now because I know Spoke list all the teams, and on all those teams I would give basically the same grades. Also, yeah. I would say also a quick tidbit also on a couple other teams. I would say the Orioles did well this offseason as adding Alonso helps out a lot. If Taylor Ward can have the impact back that he did last year, but just raise his average, I think that's going to help a lot with that team. Because remember, you still got Tyler. You have O'Neill also, Tyler O'Neill on the team also, another power hitter. So you have the hitters.
That's going to be a fun outfield.
Yeah, no, exactly that. They have
a fun outfield.
Exactly. So they got the guys to help them out. They added to the pitching. Shane Baz is, I was surprised at the trade and what they gave up for him. But if they believe in him like that, and he does have a fastball, he just needs really to be more consistent. I think he'll be fine. You still, I'm blanking on dude's name. He's their best pitcher. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
Felix Bautista?
No, the starter.
No.
The starter.
Oh, starter. Trevor Rogers?
No, not. And I think he'll do what he He had a great year last year.
Yeah.
I think he'll do well. They have another one that came back from injury last
Kyle
year.
Bradish.
Kyle
Right,
Bradish.
yeah.
Yes, I blanked on him because I remember his first start back was against the Red Sox. He pitched great. If Kyle Bradish can actually have a full year of health and look like 2024 Kyle Bradish, ooh.
Yeah.
Actually, no, excuse me, 2023 Kyle Bradish. Oof.
Yeah.
It'll make the team strong. But I tell you, I would say that's it for right now. But yeah, going on the Mets, like I said, one final thing. I said before, all that signing don't mean shit. But in order for them to actually be the team that they are, Juan Soto has to keep from game 1 to game 162. There's going to be bumps and bruises, ups and downs. He has to be the most consistent. You can't be a 250 hitter hitting all that. You got to be able to get closer to 300.
Yeah,
Draw all those walks like usual. He has to be the MVP or MVP like season for them to advance. But overall,
yeah, you
MLB
getting
offseason
paid
was fun.
$700 million. You better hit 300, bro.
Oh,
like,
exactly.
You're
Exactly.
getting paid $700 million, bro. Like that. Like most businesses don't even have $700 million in America.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy, bro. Like you better hit 300. I like that point too because I felt like he was really, 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 really underwhelming like this past year.
Oh,
for
yeah.
what he was signed for and for what you were supposed to entail as a player and bring to that organization, like you definitely failed first year already off the rip. So that's like I guess the sad downside of the Mets. But Ben, Tyler, how do we feel about the top 10 free agents? Obviously, we'll probably go a little bit more onto the same thing, but how did you feel about the free agency so far and the best one so far?
So I don't have too much to add because what they said pretty much was spot on, and I pretty much agree with everything. But the top 3, I can give you my top 3 teams if you want really quick. And first, I would have the Dodgers just because it seems like every offseason they add a new star. This year they got Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz. In second, I would probably have the Red Sox because you guys got a lot better. I think you guys, even though you lost Bregman, which that does suck, I think you're in a lot better spot than you were last season. Adding guys like Sonny Gray and what's the guy's name? The other Rangers Suarez to a rotation that already has guys like Garrett Crochet. That's going to be big time. You guys are going to be a really good team. A lot of teams in the AL East did good. I thought the Orioles did good as well. I thought the Blue Jays did good as well. So I'd have the Dodgers, the Red Sox, and then I'd have my division rival, the Tigers, at third just because they added Framber Valdez. They got Skubal back. They got Justin Verlander. That pitching rotation is going to be killer, and it sucks that we have to play them so much. But we'll see how their offense is this year because that's what they really struggled with last year, especially in the postseason. But I think the Tigers definitely improved too.
Absolutely. Big Ben.
I'm surprised there's a few teams that haven't been mentioned. The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay.
No.
Now, let me explain.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Knock it.
Let me explain. They added. Okay. They added Brandon Lowe, Ryan O'Hearn, Marcelo Ozuna, Jose Urquidy, Gary Soto, Jake Magnum, Mason Montgomery, and then the password from the Red Sox. There's no like notable guys except Brandon Lowe and Ryan O'Hearn, maybe. But those are key pieces to the lineup that will like really provide the offense. They push them to be better. And they didn't lose much on the pitching side either. They pretty much improved pretty much. I'm surprised that wasn't mentioned.
I only didn't mention it because Brandon Lau was like the only big piece I think they got.
Ryan O'Hearn?
Ryan O'Hearn, okay, yeah, sure. They kept their pitching core because I feel like Jared Jones is coming back and he is outstanding. Jared Jones, you have Skeens. And then who else do they have? I'm blanking. What's his name?
What, who?
Is it Mitch? Isn't it Keller?
Mitch Keller, yeah.
Mitch Keller, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Those could be 3 straight wins. And they're gonna be a scary team in my opinion. But yeah, I don't think I'd put them low in my top 10. I just didn't shout them out.
That might be me over evaluating because I'm at 2. I really like what they've done.
Wait, Who do you have at 2?
The Pirates. I
No
really like
way.
what they've
No.
done.
Yeah,
I mean, I
sorry.
I actually don't even really like hate it, but
I might
No,
be
I
crazy.
see. I understand. I see what you're trying to say, but with the
Yeah,
I'm gonna come back to me. Let them talk. Let
no,
them
go
talk.
back
Let
to
them
now.
talk.
Go back to
No,
now.
no.
You'll say what I have to say.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. I forgot the Pittsburgh Pirates existed.
okay.
Name.
No. And I'm not even trying to be funny. When Ben said that, I actually forgot they did anything this offseason. But that also kind of just shows you that them finally doing something this offseason and them not doing shit for the last 10 like X amount of years for signing prime free agents. It just shows you where they're at as a franchise. Now to add O'Hearn and to add Lau, again, that's veteranship right there. That's going to help out with this team. But up until they get like a true star in free agency, in terms like especially like a bat, not to say that they're not going to go anywhere, but they're ultimately just going to rely on their pitching. And like Spoke said, with Paul Skeens, with Mitch Keller, and they got the young kid. I'm blanking on the young kids. Yes. At them, that's a great trio right there. Ultimately, that team is more so gonna be focused more on pitching, kind of similar to the Red Sox, especially how it is now with Craig Breslow. They're more focused on pitching more than ever, and those guys can actually be the pitchers that they are, because we already know what Paul Skeen can do. Mitch Keller's been an all-star, so if that can save them along with the veterans, honestly, the Pirates should be able to contend for something, at least a wild card. They just have to be put all together. But up until they can get a true star, a true difference maker with the bat, I don't see them actually like getting to the promised land, getting all the way to a World Series. That's going to be a while. And who knows, if they were to get to a World Series at some time, maybe Paul Skeens might not even be here, because every start that he makes, he's pricing himself out of Pittsburgh, truthfully.
I don't have them this high to like, okay, they're gonna go to a World Series or whatever. I have them this high because they improve the team to make a push for the playoff, which they need if they don't want like schemes to leave for absolutely fucking nothing.
Right.
It's just because they push the offense, the team to become more of a contender.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
That's why I have them high.
No, for sure. No, but in all seriousness, no. But that's really a sleeper team right there. Like the Pirates are an actual sleeper team, because even in their division right now, anything could happen with injuries. Anything could, again, like we saw with the Mets in the NL East, you can get all these guys and not do shit, right? Mm-hmm. So even the small moves right there are going to be improvements. What they've done, they've improved their team. Yes. What I feel though is they have obviously, because it's been years since they really got a guy in a big contract. They just haven't really elevated themselves with a bona fide guy that you look at that team besides Paul Skeens, but you look at them and you whoever it is, and you could be like, oh yeah, that's a top 10 player. Oh yeah, that's a top 5 player. That guy, is a perennial all-star. That guy is going to give you 30 home runs, 100 RBIs a year with a decent average, take his team. Yep. They don't have that yet. So until they have that, they can contend for a playoff spot. It's just they might get to a playoffs and they might not do anything. But at least them getting to the playoffs, it's a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what my thought process was.
No, for sure.
They're making a step for the playoffs.
Exactly. Absolutely. Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and for the rest of my top 10, I pretty much have the same team. I have the Dodgers at 1. Of course, I said the first I have at 2. I have the Red Sox at 3, Blue Jays 4, which is like we added Cease, Yamamoto, Rogers, Ponce, which is good adds. Mm-hmm. Orioles at 5, Mets at 6. I have the Cubs at 7 because they did make some aggressive move, like they're trading away Casey to get like Edward Cabrera and like signing Bregman, pretty much like replace Tucker, if you can say. Those are like worthy gamble. But the bullpen is a downgrade if you look at it, because you lose Brad Keller and Drew Pomeranz were great last year for the Cubs, but you get Phil Maton and Holby Manor. Well, not bad by any means, but it's just a downgrade.
Like 40 years old.
He's like 36, yeah. Which that's why like it's like he's in his 30s, it's like mid to late 30s. It's not bad by any means, but it's a downgrade to what they had last year. And it's pretty much the same quarterback, and it's pretty much a last year, which puts urgency because most of the guys are like going into the last year, because like you have Horner, Suzuki, Yap, and Jameson Taillon, along with Imanaga, that all adding to free agency next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that core can be broken up as soon as next season. It does put more urgency for 2026. I have the Braves as well at 8.
No.
Oh
No.
God! Can you?
No. You have the Braves over the Marlins? You're kidding. You're kidding.
Let me fucking
You
talk.
better explain yourself.
I don't hate it. He nailed that Pirates one. I really liked that Pirates.
No, I need to hear it before I. No, tell me.
Micah, thank you for watching. Sorry, Ben. One sec. Thank you.
No, you're good. The Braves is because they added a lot, but like there's no one like really notable. You have like Robert Suarez, Yong-Sung Kim, and like more.
Yong-Sung Kim.
All done.
Is a 200 average hitter.
Shut up.
He's a 200 average hitter.
Let me fucking talk. And like they went all in to fill holes like their bench and improve their bullpen.
No.
Yes!
What's the bench? What's the bench going to do for you? Is the bench going to buy you wins? No.
Yes!
What bench? What bench?
Oh, brother.
This is an awful.
I gotta get my hat. Hold on. I gotta get my hat.
Go get your hat.
I gotta get my hat. Hold on.
This is an awful take. The bench.
The Braves finally went all in this
game.
Yeah.
Is the bench out there every week? Yes or no? Are they?
No,
out there
because
no, exactly.
You have bench players that put pressure on the field players to become better, to put the team better, to get in a better spot, to get win games.
Oh, everyone says that about like every sport.
But
like
the Braves.
In all fairness, in basketball, it matters a lot. In fairness.
In basketball,
in
it matters.
Fairness,
like,
that's the one sport where basketball, like your bench is key.
Yeah,
I will say.
And then in baseball, it's 9 players. I think for your bench, you could only have
5
eligible. 5. Yeah, 5. What is that gonna do for you? The
Yeah,
Braves.
I can't see it in baseball. Personally,
the Braves. Hold on.
I don't get that one.
Amari. The Braves are like the Yankees. They brought in the same team. Their star pitcher. Oh, what's his name? Schwellenbach. What's his name?
He's injured.
Yeah, Schwellenbach.
He's injured. Yes, thank you. What are they gonna do, bro? Like, listen, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, the bench is gonna make the star players."
That's not the point. That's what. No, what I'm saying is that.
Oh, that's kind of what you just said.
Improve their bench.
You can't improve a bench for.
Yes,
baseball.
you can.
No, you can't.
Oh my god.
Baseball. Oh god.
I mean, shit. If they sign Mike Cart, they'd be all right. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. If you want to improve your bench, you know what I'm saying. I mean, shit. I mean, Robert Suarez is all right, but you know what? Let me be honest, bro.
Mike
Yastrzemski. We got to give credit to Mike Yastrzemski. No bullshit. They signed Mike Yastrzemski. He's going to be an all-star this year. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, in all seriousness, I mean, I don't even know what I really want to say, but I got to put on my Braves hat for Ben. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just I'm surprised. Ben is giving me surprises.
Nero. I like the hat. I like the hat. But Ben, Yong-Sung Kim, the guy you mentioned, is a 200 hitter. Not even sometimes. He's no power, barely any contact. The guy could only run. You have no point here. Your bench can't play every game. Your bench.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Oh my god. No. It is what you're saying because you did mention. Your bench comes in clutch when it's like you're down through, let's say.
Exactly.
Yeah, Yong-Sung Kim. He's not going to.
Yong-Sung Kim is not a bench player. He's a starter. He's a shortstop.
Oh my god. He's like, what position is he?
Shortstop. He's their starting shortstop.
Oh my god, that's like the worst possible replacement you could get.
That was the shortstop last year. What?
He's awful.
Okay.
There's no upgrade. It's like a downgrade.
Hold on. Wasn't he in MVP voting not too long ago?
When it was, yeah, I think so.
He was. No, I'm not disagreeing with your point. I'm just saying, wasn't he in MVP voting a couple years ago?
Give me the year real quick.
It might have been like 2024. No bullshit. Wait, yeah, it might have been 2024. It could have been 2023. Could have been 2023.
Hold on.
That's fairly recent.
Yeah.
That's fairly recent.
Oh my god, am I really gonna have to press this present button right now?
He has a 2.6.
No, no. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because I could have sworn that he was.
He had a 2.16 2023.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I might need a press.
If
I might need a press.
Let me know. Ben, continue your break point though while he finds that, because that was a debate. I loved it. That was awesome. I actually have no horse in this race because
Patrick MVP.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
I had the Braves doing absolutely nothing from what it looks like to me, in terms of obviously what I know previously from last year. It doesn't look like to me the Braves did much, or not more than the Marlins did. I would tell you that probably, and I'm not a Marlins lover, so
me neither.
You know, right? Like I'm not. Yeah, like I'm not even a big Marlins guy. Spoke is he's searching.
Well, while he's searching,
yep.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I was saying before, Ben. I give Ben his credit because he said two teams where I'm not gonna lie. Well, besides the Braves, I forgot the Pirates were even a team. I'm not gonna lie. So that was good analysis on his end. Even for the Braves, I still like besides getting Robert Suarez, so you get an all-star closer. Yeah, I just don't think they really did anything.
Thank you.
Besides that, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got love for them because they used to be in Boston. You know, so I got the hat. But like they like what did they do? Right, like they signed Yas's grandson. Great. You know what I'm saying? But what is that going to do?
Hey.
Like, no, exactly. But you know what they should have did? Why'd they get Luis Angel Acuna, nigga?
No, yeah, for real.
Get him. Put it at shortstop.
Yo, hand it over to me, Ben. This team did jack shit this year. There's no way they're in your top 10. I'm just saying, like,
your Marlins did anything.
What? What'd you say?
They've done it less. KC Fairbanks, Morel, Bruce, Paddock, King. That's it.
Get him up, let him get up. No, hold on. The Marlins did do something. They got the guy. Oh, hold on. Actually, I'll let that play. I'll let that play out. I got a back spoke right here. The Marlins did do something. Put it on me. They got the guy that Cedar Rafael smacked the bomb off. Okay. That's what they did. But in all seriousness, but he's good. They did something. They got a closer. They got Chris Morel. That's my dog. I like Chris Morel. Yeah, no, he's smooth. He can't hit for shit. He can hit bombs though.
He can hit bombs.
He can hit bombs.
You got aura though. You got aura though.
Right.
You got aura though.
Right.
All right, but let's be honest, Mr. Ben. What are the Braves gonna do this year? Just give me a prediction. I just want to hear your prediction real quick, because apparently these signings that they made are gonna like transform them into like, oh, we're back.
That's just not what I said. That's the same point.
And why are they 8 in your top 10?
That's the same. I have the same point I have for the Pirates. They become better to become a better team to make the playoff again. Hello?
Nah, bro. We gotta move.
He said, nah, bro.
We gotta move on.
They're so fucking retarded.
Oh no, Jonah Heim's going to the All-Star game this year. I'll tell you that. That's what's gonna happen for the Braves.
Who?
Jonah Heim.
Okay.
Jonah Heim.
Probably out of everyone. I mean, Acuna's probably gonna get like all the fan votes. Let's be honest.
No, he probably will. Or
if he doesn't like tear his ACL again or something.
Exactly.
Ben, might not be able to agree with you on the Braves one.
That's fine. That's whatever.
I honestly, that was awesome. That was the best thing we've done.
Hold on, I need to hear his 9 and 10.
Just happened, so I gotta
hear
the
rest. 9 and 10.
You guys got to keep going because that was fucking awesome.
What's your 9 and 10?
Tigers at 9.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like they should be higher, but
that's fine. That's.
Yo, Ben, you know what? Log the fuck out, bro. You're done, bro. You're done. Log out. You're done.
Whoa. I pretty much is the blueprint, and he's still at 9. What the fuck? What?
Bro, the Tigers.
Pan it in narrow.
So hold on. Wait.
This is loud.
Wait a minute. I want no, Ben. So give me the top 10 teams real quick. My fault. Give me the first 8. Give me the first 8 again.
From 8, you're only from 8 to 1 or from 1 to 8?
1 to 8.
Dodgers, Pirates, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles, Mets, Cubs, Braves.
Why? I still don't understand why the Braves are on that top 10. I just don't.
How the Tigers rate that?
Yeah.
Ben, I got a
Tigers-
question.
Go, Ben.
Tyler had
You-
the funniest reaction.
You
I
really
wish you
think-
guys thought his
No, he
reaction
did.
was priceless.
Yo, Ben, you really think the Braves did more than the Tigers, bro?
No, but I think they
Why
come.
are they 8?
I don't fucking know. I did not fucking top 10 quick.
Ben, log out. It's past your bedtime, bro.
I wish I could put that meme up on. I'm gonna add that meme to the overlay.
We shouldn't make a meme.
The
of
one,
that
the one that I
because
always
was
send in
very
the
bad.
chat. The
Oh
log
my
out, nigga, you're
God.
done.
Yeah.
Log log out. Nigga, you're done. Hey,
your
hey,
turn?
listen.
Who's your
I
10?
don't-
Wait, I need to hear his 10.
I don't hate the rest, but like that Braves one. Now that
That's
like
not
obviously
in the-
I sat here and ate that conversation. Like it doesn't seem like the Braves did much. That might be really the one. I
Why
do
the
like the
fuck is
Pirates
that?
one though. That's pretty sneaky. I will say that's one that definitely, like Nero said, like obviously I forgot about the Pirates too as well. Like a team that was forgotten about, and the Pirates definitely like is a team that we look at kind of like how, you know, obviously NFL draft is always best available, right? So we're
Right.
looking at the situation for the Pirates and the Orioles. That's why I also have the Orioles. I have the Orioles at 1 personally because I think it's a team that's a team like in the division, right? You have 3 other playoff teams, right? And now you add Ryan Helsley, you add Pete Alonso, and then unfortunately Jackson Holiday won't be healthy at the start of the season because he's got a bone. He like broke a bone in his hand, so he won't even be healthy, and he's gonna have to be reevaluated at some point after 6 weeks. So he's not gonna make the start of the season. But once he's back healthy, and then Gunnar Henderson, and then Ryan Helsley, like there's just pieces that they added now to a point where, you know, Ben was talking about the Pirates making a playoff push. Like the Orioles is a team we're
Don't
looking
forget
at. We're
about
like,
Jackson Holiday. I think he's gonna have a great year.
well, yeah.
And he starts the year injured. Yeah, good one.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god, Ben, shut up! You haven't told me your 10th
But-
team.
Gunnar, but
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Gunnar Henderson and that core of players, like that's a group of guys that, looking at the outlook of what the Red Sox have done this year so far, who I have the Red Sox at 2 personally. I think the Red Sox were great. Now we're gonna get into this in the next segment, so I don't want to say too much, but Wilson Contreras was my favorite signing for the Red Sox.
I agree.
And I'll explain that the next one, the next segment we have.
Wait. Contreras was a trade.
Whatever, acquisition. I guess signing was probably the wrong word to use. I guess that's what I put on the banner.
Yeah, but he's on the
But-
team regardless. He's on
Yeah,
the
no,
team.
that's fine.
He's on
That's
the
fine.
team.
Yeah. So for me, like Wilson Contreras, obviously top, definitely the top acquisition for the Red Sox personally. Although I do think that it's probably 1A, 1E, 1B with Sonny Gray. Nero kind of took the words out of my mouth, but like he said before, my thought process when I first saw that and did the research was Sonny Gray going back to the middle of the lineup is the best thing that could probably happen for him. There's not too much pressure for him, and there's not too much room to fail. So at this point, he's probably going to be better than anybody that was in the middle of our rotation last year. Although I do think Peyton Tolley was probably going to be the guy over Connolly early for probably that 5th spot. Brian Bayo, I think this will only be beneficial for him because I think this will probably he might take a leap. Like this is a rotation now where there's some competition, and he's not going to want to get out of that 3rd spot. He's probably going to want to try and keep that 3rd spot. It's going to be tough, but he's going to be fighting for it throughout training camp. And I feel like this is only going to elevate a young guy's game like that, like Brian Bayo. So with those rotation of guys, and obviously Ranger Suarez is going to be the guy that realistically he's going to be right behind Garrett Crochet. So there's nothing much I would have to say that anybody else has done better so far. I have the Marlins 3rd. Now I think the reason why I have I have the Marlins 3rd because this is a team that severely overachieved last year. This is a team that people were looking at objectively like one of the worst teams in baseball, but like Pirates bad, Rockies bad. Like this is a roster that people thought was going to be really, really horrible to the point where the last week of the season, they missed the playoffs. Like we have to understand a team like that that's severely overachieved. And Ben, I saw your reaction. I wish I could have panned the camera towards you during that reaction, but the Marlins have to be 3rd because the moves that they made are moves that could genuinely now put them in a position where they could actually make the playoffs and make that 1st round competitive. I'm not saying that they're going to go out and win a playoff round, but if they were making games competitive and had all these comeback wins, and now they come and they make these acquisitions in the offseason now, where it makes them a better team far more than the previous season. This is a team now that, remember, the reason why we're ranking these is because of the growth. It's not about like, okay, like the Dodgers, I didn't even put on my list, bro, because we know it's the Dodgers, bro. I'm not going to, they have billions of dollars. They can do whatever they want. I didn't really like putting the Dodgers on my list. I honestly didn't have the Braves, although the Braves would have been 10 for me if I were to put them on this list. Like they would have been the last. They would have been the last team. I
better not say thank you, Ben.
I'm gonna say thank you if I want to.
I get his thought process, but putting them where he put them at was wrong.
No,
if they were sneaking at 10, then that's probably more reasonable.
Putting them over the Tigers is outlandish.
If I had to
I couldn't put them. I had the Tigers 8th. I mean, I'm skipping ahead here, but I had the Tigers 8th.
Okay, if I had to redo my list, I would switch them. But I just did my list like quickly, and I put some thoughts behind it. But if I were to rearrange my list, I would put the Tigers above the Braves.
Yeah. So. Those are my top 3. For the most part, to kind of round out the rest, because I already said I had the Tigers. Let me just double check to make sure, because I think I had them at 8. No, I had them at 7. I had the Tigers at 7. So, me personally, I had the Brewers 4th. I liked the Brewers. I like that you brought that one up. I thought that was a very sneaky team that so far has done enough to a point where now we're looking at the rest of their offseason, and now the rest of the moves are round out moves for them to round out that roster. And hopefully
they had too much depth.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that could be something that they could definitely capitalize on. 100%. Now, I mean, this might be somewhat of a hot take. Actually, not really, because you guys kind of had them there. Actually, no one said the Padres, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So I probably would switch these two. I probably should, now that I'm looking at the list. Like, I probably should switch these two. I'd probably put the Padres ahead of the Mets, just because I hate the Mets. Can't stand them.
I agree.
I think they're frauds. I just think anything that they do, it doesn't really matter. They fucking suck regardless. So I'd probably switch those two around, pretty much to round out the reason the rest of my list. And like I said, I had like a couple honorable mentions in there. The Braves were an honorable mention for me. The Yankees were an honorable mention for me. I would say the Rays were an honorable mention for me. And that's kind of only because they kind of really
the Rays
more
were
so
kind of sneaky this offseason.
They cleaned house kind of. So like for them, like the reason why I put them like kind of as an honorable mention, a team that could have snuck in at 10 was them.
Yeah, of course.
For the most part, I think like you said, like you guys made a lot of great points. That Braves debate was fucking awesome. I know StreamYard's obviously listening. StreamYard, clip that debate because that was fucking awesome. That was unbelievable. Top 5 player acquisitions. I'm sorry, I apologize. Excuse me for anyone watching. It should be top 5 player acquisitions, not signings. I realized I kind of narrowed it a little bit too much because the Red Sox made a lot of trades as opposed to signing acquisitions. But we're gonna start right with narrow, just because I feel
why does bro
double cap? Double cap.
Bro, I mess with that.
You mess with it? Hell yeah.
Well, actually,
hell yeah.
You know what? Real quick. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that one real quick, what we're gonna do, actually, let's get into these team grades, because these team grades, since we're on the offseason talk and all that, let's get into these team grades. Narrow, we'll start with you. The Red Sox offseason grades so far. A to F scale. Sorry.
A to F scale.
A to F.
I'm gonna honestly, I'll give him an A-. I'll give him an A-. But the real reason I want to give it, it's like an A- B+. And I would say between the A- because they added they added the veteranship. Well, really, they added 3 veterans in Contreras, Sonny Gray, and IKF, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Now, that's not, obviously, that last one is not, the Pete Alonsos. It's not the Aaron Judge. It's not the high-profile one, but at least you know that you're going to get a guy who's going to fortify defense. Guys like Marcelo Meyer, a guy like Trevor Story. Trevor Story's the OG. other guys like that are going to be able to see him, watch him in action. He can play the infield. I believe he has experience in the outfield also. So that adds to that.
Right.
Also, I love the Ranger Suarez move. John Ovieto's sneaky good because from what I see a scene of him, especially him dominating Roman Anthony in his one start at Fenway, you can honestly that's somebody that if you can work with him and have in this pitching lab, and if he stays healthy, he could honestly he could actually do a little something here, you know.
Absolutely.
So I give him the A, between A minus B plus, more so on the A minus range. And I like what they did with Caleb Durbin. Again, he finished third in voting in the National League Rookie of the Year voting last year. So this guy's not a schmo, like I said before. It's somebody who's going to be able to grow here. From he's going to be around guys like Christian Campbell, Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, you name it. That guy, he's going to be able to grow here. It, like I said, also it hurts losing Alex Bregman. But with Alex Bregman's injury last year and the money he got, I'm glad that we were able to save that money because, again, Alex Bregman is one hamstring, one calf injury away from your season going like that. And it did for the most part last year. It was tough without him last year. Even when he came back, it was fine. But then he started to struggle. I know Craig Breslow, not even Craig Breslow. I know the higher ups probably didn't want another season like that. So it was better to get rid of him. He goes to Chicago. He's going to be loved over there. He's going to be able to influence Matt Shaw, help him out over there. Unless Matt Shaw is still with the team or doesn't get traded, that's a guy in that situation can learn from a guy like Alex Bregman. Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, they're going to take the traits that they already, got from him, and they're going to use it for the rest of their careers because that's how much he influenced them. But for what they got right now, yeah, I say A minus, and they should be able to compete for a wild card spot at least. But hey, this division right now, we saw it last year. Everybody's going to be competitive. They got the pitching. They should be able to do something. And Garrett Crochet is going to continue to be the Cy Young guy. So, hey, A minus.
Absolutely. I like it. I like it. Spoke. We'll flip to you since you're still a Red Sox connoisseur.
I watch everyone basically, but I gave the Red Sox A minus B plus. I was in the middle, but I was preferably toward the A plus because Ranger Suarez and the Contreras trade I feel like was huge because I feel like you can't trust Tristan Cassis anymore because keep in mind Contreras could also play first base and he can catch. So it gives Narvaez kind of a break because let's be honest, catching wears the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives Narvaez and it just proves to tons of people that you can't trust Cassis. Anyway, let's go to my team. I am a little biased, obviously, but I gave myself an A because what the Marlins, first of all, like Emari said, we exceeded expectations. I feel like people had us under or at 65 or under 70 wins, but we blew away. We skyrocketed those expectations. I gave us an A plus. This season, I feel like, or last season, sorry. I feel like we needed a bullpen identity. Pete Fairbanks fills that slot in perfectly. Christopher Morel, he's just your first base guy, and we really needed and I guess you could say he's like our 100% first baseman, but he's gonna get platooned. But and then Owen Casey, probably my favorite acquisition because I've been calling it since last deadline, and I was finally right, and I'm happy about that. But Owen Casey, he's an outfielder for the future, and I can't wait to see us develop him. And I'm very confident because from what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing, we've been upgrading the facilities to the point where we care for development, and I am excited to see this man hit the bat at Lone Depot Park. It's going to be awesome. And then Chris Paddock, whatever you say his name, bringing him back to Miami because we formally drafted him. That's another good starting pitcher. So 3 on the 4 slot. And honestly, that's it. I think we deserve an A or an A minus. I was in between, but I'd like to see what we could do this year. I'm very excited. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll flip back to the Red Sox offseason here. Ben, what was your Red Sox offseason grade so far? Muted.
Oh, we can't hear him.
You're on mute, JP.
This is it. This is.
That's what happens when you say the Braves are top.
No, 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 no,
in
no, no.
That's
On
what
mute,
happened.
JP. He was on mute,
That's
guys.
what happened.
No. I muted myself. I'm gonna talk over you, you fucking black.
Yeah, you muted yourself because I told you to log out. I told you to log out and you listened.
No, I
You listen.
muted myself to
You
do
know
my
what we
own
say up here?
personal
We say,
notes.
good boy. Good
Who are
boy.
you to talk?
You listen.
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not listening to you. Shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I put
I gave your team an A.
I
by the way.
put yes. I put the Red Sox at an A minus, like everyone else, because what I think they did was pretty good. Even though they started late, was the first thing they did, the Contenders trade, and I think that came like pretty late. It was,
Sunny
like,
Gray.
That was the
I
Sunny
believe
Gray. Yeah,
they were
that was
both
yeah.
together.
That came pretty late. That was like what this mid-December, I think. Like
Contreras.
around Christmas Day.
I
Like,
thought it was-
they started late, but with the time they had on their hands, I think they did very good. Okay, they got Ranger Suarez, which is obviously like the biggest acquisition.
Mhm.
Western Contreras with a trade, Gray with a trade, Oviedo with a trade with the Pirates trading away. I'm not saying his first name, the password.
Mhm.
Oviedo by Durbin. I like the Durbin trade. He's a rookie, like rookie of the year candidate. To get him for what, Kyle Harrison and David Hamilton, that's little to nothing, pretty much.
I feel like that's
You have to give too much, and you also get Andrew Montesero, which is not a like moving player at all.
Yeah.
Because like he's gonna offer depth, which is
Mhm.
what the Red Sox needed somewhat, or like with experience. And you have IKF. So I think in general they did pretty fine. They of course look like a better team. Because you don't lose too much. You don't lose too much. The only big guy you lose is Bregman, and
But I feel like Durbin could like climb up to that potential.
yeah.
Because
That's why-
I feel like they
yeah.
kind of have similar games, like not the power side, but the contact side and the defensive type of game. I feel like his ceiling could definitely be like Alex Bregman, you know? Not exactly like Bregman. Don't go to me and be like, yo, why you say like Durbin's Alex Bregman? No. I'm saying like
He has
that.
the potential to go there.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Like Durbin was his first full year, and I think it being rookie candidate, and in Pedro is like kind of surprising. But like the Brewers need to make a move to like kind of open their depth, and I think that's what they did, and it benefited the Red Sox. Okay, well to go on I'll go the Blue Jays after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is my team. I giving them a B plus, which is worse than the Red Sox, but I don't think we did any bad move by any means. I did see, of course, it's a 7-year deal. This 30. Yeah, it's like struggle in the past, especially in this year, but this past year, it's because of the Padres defense. Now he has a better defense behind him.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna help him. If you actually took the time to look at like his underlying metrics,
Mm-hmm.
he was pretty good. I like the Yakamoto ad, which is pretty much like a Bishop replacement at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Rogers, a good bullpen piece. Cody Pons coming back from Korea after like not being in ever since 2020, I think 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a 3-year deal is pretty good. And the recent trade we did for I see that comment. That's Jeju Sanchez for the Porfido trade. It's like came out of nowhere.
I can
But-
tell you about it if you want, because I know Jesus.
Yeah,
Sanchez.
it can't come out of nowhere because, of course, we knew that Santander was hurt, but I didn't expect us to make a trade.
I feel like Jesus Sanchez could be a great piece for you guys because
Yeah, no, I do agree
he's
with
a
that.
great-
Yes,
yeah. Hold on.
I do agree.
I feel like he's a great power hitter. His batter's eye is kind of like shaky, but the power and the contact are there, and he's pretty fast because I've seen him play most of his career. But I think trading away Lo Porfido is kind of, I wouldn't say a little risky, but definitely,
especially back to the teams recorded from.
yeah, exactly. But like Jesus Sanchez could definitely like fill in that role for Santana. So
Which
it's
is why
it's a good replacement.
Yeah, I do agree. Which is why it was kind of surprising for like us to trade away Loperfield because we just acquired him from the Astros like 2024 in the Kikuchi trade. So it was like kind of surprising for him to trade it away. But to get Sanchez back, I think it's fine. And we didn't lose too much. We lose obviously Bichette, Bassett, San Antonio Dominguez, Loperfield, IKF, and Ty France. So we didn't lose too much.
I don't think you guys really needed to bring back Bichette because of
once we signed Okamoto, I was like, yeah,
the money he wanted is kind of outlandish.
Yeah, once I saw the money, I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, for sure.
And for the Marlins, I went with a B-.
What?
Again, it's because the players added, yes, they're good pieces. They just didn't add a lot.
Quality over quantity, Ben. I don't think you've been told that saying before.
Oh, I've been told that saying, and it's my own opinion.
Well, then you'd understand it because if you really watch Marlins,
it's my own opinion.
Over me, hold on. If you watched the Marlins last year, you could tell that they needed a bullpen identity.
Yes,
Fairbanks fills in that role. The Marlins also needed an outfielder that's a young cornerstone piece. People were saying Spencer Jones. People were saying Owen Casey. I was all for Owen Casey, and we brought him in. The quality is all over the place for this free agency. And then Chris Paddock, I mean, that came out of fucking nowhere, let's be honest. But I'm taking it because I feel like because we have actually one of the best pitching development in the league. I think we could fix him, and he's going to be solid. So I just don't understand the B-. And I also don't understand how my team isn't top 10 in your ranking for
they're barely out of it.
They should at least be there over the Braves, Ben. But anyway,
I got a question.
What? What's your question
about the Marlins?
What's your question?
So besides Fairbanks, could they use another reliever?
Another reliever.
Yeah. Like you think in terms of their bullpen structure, right?
I wouldn't mind one.
Because I got somebody. I do have somebody.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. I don't mind that because keep in mind, Ronnie Enriquez, who played great last season, he tore his ACL. No, his UCL. Sorry. He needs Tommy John, sadly. Prayers to him. But I wouldn't mind like a rental to go after during the deadline. Depends on the situation.
Well, now you don't even have to go for a rental right now. Craig Kimbrell's still out there. Give him some money.
Low key, that wouldn't be bad.
Craig Kimbrell's but here's the thing. Also, spoke before you continue. My fault.
No, you're good.
The Marlins got some money. The Marlins ain't really paying nobody right now. You don't have to give Craig Kimbrell $20 million. He ain't Craig Kimbrell like that no more.
I feel like we could get away with like $5 to $10 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
That wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, to at least have another guy besides Fair. You know what I'm saying?
It also brings more veteran leadership because if you think about it, Tyler Phillips has had a great year. And then I feel like our bullpen was pretty solid. And we got Bender, we got Phillips, we had Henriquez, and now Fairbanks. I wouldn't mind a Craig Kimbrell addition, only because like the veteran leadership helps the young players develop.
Exactly.
So I like that take a lot. So exactly. I'd really be opposed to that. I still don't understand the B-, Ben, but you know what? You could. I'm not going to. Go on. Move on. Let's go.
So
before you move on, there is one more thing because I forgot to mention this on the Red Sox. I will say one more thing. I think Rob Refsnyder leaving hurts. I will say that. That veteran leadership is going to be tough to replace. He's with the Seattle, who actually had a decent offseason too. I know we haven't really mentioned the Mariners like that, but them adding Brendan Donovan, I believe Brendan Donovan. Is that what they added? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So them doing that is smooth, but losing Rob Refsnyder for the Sox is going to hurt. So somebody's going to have to step up with that veteran presence.
I think that's actually a pretty interesting take because Refsnyder, he showed up sometimes. Obviously
showed up a lot last year.
Yeah.
I think sometimes is like an understatement. I think he was a lot more valuable than people 100% gave Refsnyder credit for last year.
Yes.
I think letting him go definitely was probably the worst possible thing they probably could do other than Bregman, just because of how consistent he was. I get it though. Isn't he like 30 years old? So it's kind of like,
Yeah, he's in his 30s. Yeah, he's
You
older.
like I get it, and you know how Breslow is with that, and you know how John Henry is about throwing money at guys like that. So
Yes.
I just think that for me, like my grade for the Red Sox, I guess since we're talking about it real quick, and then we'll obviously move on to Tyler, who is also will give the White Sox offseason grade too. But for me, it was just I love it, but I have to give it a B, like a flat B, only because I understand we didn't get worse. We got significantly better in the rotation. I just think not adding a power bat is a problem. That was our biggest issue last year. And not to mention, not retaining Ref Snyder was also another thing. And then on top of that, not retaining Bregman, that actually hurt my feelings. So, and it's not because I have the Bay State Media early mock-up jersey before it or whatever. Like, it's genuinely because, like, I understand he was one injury away. And Caleb Durbin as the replacement is awesome because of the age. The age is awesome. He's what, Spoke 25, right?
Yes.
He's like
He'll be
26,
26 in 4
years
days.
old.
He'll be 26 in 4 days. Yep.
26. So he's probably got realistically like 5 to 6 elite baseball seasons left. Like really elite baseball seasons left in him. And if we can squeeze that out of him, that'll probably be the best bet for us. And then also having Marcelo Meyer, it told me that they didn't trust Marcelo Meyer to go in there and actually play up to the level of production for Alex Bregman going into the season. So for me, them signing Caleb Durbin is a clear indication that they have confidence in his potential, like Nero and Hristo said. You know, having that potential and being able to go in there and do that, I think that it leaves a lot of room to be desired for Meyer too, also in spring training, fighting with someone like that throughout a spring training for a spot. I think one of them is going to obviously have to come out of them on top, or excuse me, one of them is going to obviously have to come out on top. And I think that's obviously going to be Caleb Durbin. But I wouldn't be surprised if Marcelo Meyer turns it up and is like, I want that third base spot. And during spring training, like he shows enough that where he could have that spot. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think they would have brought Caleb Durbin in, but anything can happen in spring training and baseball. Anything can happen in training camp and football. So you know how that goes. So hopefully for the most part, that helps. The reason why I had it at a flat B also, which is a floor raiser for me from a B minus, which was my initial, is the fact that we got Wilson Contreras. It's really the question mark at first base with Tristan Cassis. That was the biggest thing. And I think that also at the same time, looking at Contreras' spray chart from last year, he can kind of hit all over the place. He hits a majority of his balls to left field. But when you're looking at anything about 310 and in as far as distance, it's pretty much all over the field. He can get to anywhere pretty much as far as getting the ball to wherever he wants on the field. It's a pretty even spray chart. And I think that also, if you look at his stats, his bat speed is far, far above average. And I guess if you're using the scale, what the scale is used is 0 to 100. He's at a 95 for bat speed. His sweet spot 76%. His hard hit ball percentage is 83, and his barrel percentage is 86. For me, the biggest is the barrel percentage, which is far better than Tristan Cassis. All of those stats are far better than Tristan Cassis. In any situation, I would have obviously loved Pete Alonso. I thought Pete Alonso was going to be great on this roster, especially because obviously Pete Alonso is better than Wilson Contreras as far as a bat.
Definitely the cheaper ad.
But Contreras is a cheaper ad, and obviously when you look at the stats, like it's there, and his fielding range is well above average. He's at a 91. His arm strength is a 76, which obviously isn't really much needed because he's at first base. But anyways, regardless, he's not much of a base runner. He's a 50-50 base runner. That's pretty much what it is. But I think for the most part, his biggest value for us is going to be fielding for the most part. And, that's something we couldn't really trust Cassis for. And we also really couldn't trust him from a bat. And we also really couldn't trust him to stay healthy. So for me, I had the Red Sox at a B minus, but Wilson Contreras was really the needle or the B flat, from a B minus. But Wilson Contreras for me was the needle mover. I just think that lack of a power bat was horrible. We should have had Kyle Schwarber come back here. So, but I think that they do believe that Roman Anthony could probably be that power bat, which I don't hate it. He's young. I mean, you may as well give a kid a chance to try and prove that, and if Roman Anthony really can also show power with the fact that he also showed his ability to get on base and drive in runs last year at such a young age, this is a team that got extremely better in, this rotation. And the reason why I'm also at a B flat too, my last point here for the Red Sox, is the fact that last year, like I said, we severely overachieved. And I don't think that the rotation acquisitions automatically just make us better than the Blue Jays and or the Yankees. I think the Yankees' ability with the MVP in their lineup to pretty much go off on any given night and hit home runs and drive in runs is obviously a very, very key thing that we saw in the playoffs to beat us. And also at the same time too, I think it is a lot left to be desired as far as the Yankees roster. But a majority of that roster is coming back, and rotation is an issue for them. Hopefully as a Red Sox fan, they don't fix that. Hopefully they don't fix their rotation before the season starts. Hopefully they don't fix their starting rotation either before the season starts. So, I'm praying as much for the most part for that, for the Red Sox. But yeah, that's my offseason grade for the Red Sox. I think that their ceiling for the most part, is getting past that round that we got to last year. But other than that, I don't think that we are as far better. I don't think we're much better as we think than the Yankees, although I do think we are better due to the pitching staff, and then also figuring out the first base situation for fielding and bat. And then you have the Blue Jays, which I'll get into after everybody else gets into the rest of it. But Tyler, your White Sox offseason grade, brother, man.
Honestly, I'm going to give us a flat-out C, mainly because...
Thank you.
You think that's fair?
I gave them a C+.
Okay. I kind of flirted with a C+ too, but I like Murakami more than you do, but that's mainly because we don't have a lot. We don't usually get those type of guys, these big-name guys. So the fact that we even signed him, I was just happy for. All the White Sox fans were. So while he does have some issues with the fastballs, I do think he has the potential to be a high reward type of guy too. And we don't have a lot of players that hit hard, hit 30 homers like he has potential, to do if he can, learn to hit fastballs and things like that. And then so as far as Murakami goes, I'm happy we got him. I think he's going to be a good player for us this year. It may take him a while to get things going, but I think in the long run, it'll pay off. The other guys we got, I'm pretty happy we got Sir Anthony Dominguez. I think that was a pretty solid signing.
That was solid, yeah.
You should be happy he's a good guy.
Yeah, that was great.
And
very solid.
Yeah. So those two are the top two. And then another guy we just got not too long ago was Austin Hayes. But that's like the other guys we got aren't people that are going to put us like over the top. So I think this is just going to be another year where we pretty much just wait for our young guys to develop and see how they progress. Most of them just came in last year, so they're going to have another year under Will Venable. So we'll see how they do. But Murakami and Sir Anthony Dominguez, two good signings. I'm happy with the way we're looking right now. I think we're going to be a little bit better than what most people think this year, but I still think we need more. But I think that's going to come from our young guys that we already had on our team from last year.
I want to say something because my favorite White Sox right now is Colson Montgomery.
Oh, yeah.
That guy could hit the ball. That guy could
Mine is Chase Mydroth.
Mydroth, he's solid. But
he won me some money last season. So
fair.
I was like, I like him. I was like, after that, I'm like, I'm gonna watch him.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the White Sox will be in trouble if Jordan Hicks is their best reliever. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Totally forgot
I forgot about.
I will say that
100 miles per hour, but he can only find the zone, and that's the biggest issue ever.
hey, honestly, Tyler, you should be happy. Murakami already smacked a home run off him in fucking spring training already. So that just shows you. Just shows you he got some power. He got some power. So you know that. You know that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you guys like Edgar Carroll. That's my favorite Sox player.
Right now. I had him on my fantasy team for a bit. He was solid. Yeah. Young guy, of course. I feel like Kyle Teal is the designated catcher for sure.
Yeah.
But Carroll, he has something. He could do something for you guys. I wouldn't go all out for him like Teal, but for Carroll, I wouldn't be surprised if he does something special.
It's the fact that he's a switch hitting catcher, so that helps.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot, to be honest.
Yep.
I can't remember. I don't remember the last switch hitting catcher I've seen play baseball.
No, yeah, it has been a while.
It has been a while, so that is a great asset to have.
Is Cal Raleigh not a switch?
No.
No.
He's a switch
Oh,
catcher.
no, he is. I forgot.
Yeah, but
he's
more dominant on one side than the other, I feel.
There's plenty of swing hitting catchers in the league.
I will say this also because I did have a question for Tyler because it just dawned on me.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of starting pitching, can Shane Smith take us another step? Because if he does, that helps you guys a lot. I will say that. Continue. My fault.
I mean, I don't have too much to say about him, but I do think he can. I like what I seen from him last year, especially at the start. He kind of cooled down after the All-Star break.
Right.
But I think I think he can.
Exactly. So I mean, they got all the young guys.
Coach
Yeah.
Too.
Oh,
So
there
we'll
you go.
see.
There you
So
go.
we'll
That
see how he does.
Facts. I mean, no.
Wait, who is it?
I don't even remember his name, but we got rid of Ethan Katz. We got rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
This happened a while ago. I don't even remember his name.
Nah, you're good.
Zach Bove.
Zach Bowe. Yes.
He's all right. He could definitely lift a lot of people up.
Royals.
Okay, yeah. Oh, the Royals. That's a scary team.
Yeah. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But no, honestly, with the White Sox, I mean, they're a young team. Yeah,
that's an organization, the Royals, where you just want to like stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
No farm system and Bobby Witt Jr. That's fucking it.
That's it.
I want to mention two teams that I totally forgot. We all forgot in the top 10 is the Rangers and the Nats.
I had the Mariners and I cut them off.
I feel like what the Rangers gave up for Mackenzie Gore is kind of outlandish. Do not get me wrong. I was in accounting for that trade, and my train of thought, it was accounting. I saw that trade. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So I immediately went to baseball. But that trade, Mackenzie Gore, let's just review that starting rotation. You got Nathan Eovaldi, Mackenzie Gore. Oh no, I'm blanking.
Jacob DeGrom, Eovaldi, Mackenzie Gore, Jack Larry, and Jacob Latz.
Yes, that rotation is underrated because no one's talking about it. But once they start winning games, people are going to be all over them because that's just insane to me.
And don't forget about Kumar Rocker. Hell yeah.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
King Kumar.
King Kumar.
And then I feel like the Nats also improved because I've been a huge fan of Gavin. I hope you probably aren't as familiar with him, but they drafted him last year, third baseman. The Nats definitely need that for the future. He's something special, and I called it. I was like, I'm like, Gavin Feen is 100% a headliner in this trade. There's no way he isn't, and he was.
You called it.
I did call it, but I'm kind of surprised I forgot about those two teams. Glad I brought them up. That's all I have to say.
No, yeah,
absolutely. This should be pretty easy for us since we pretty much kind of already talked about some of it. But right now we're gonna do top 5 player acquisitions. I'll just dive right into mine real quick because this is the one I've been waiting for. I have Pete Alonso at 1. I don't think Orioles were a destination for anybody.
100%.
Alonso was going to go there whatsoever. I think a lot of people thought he was going to go to the Red Sox, and I can't even remember the other team that supposedly he was supposed to go to, but the Red Sox were definitely in the top 3 for the teams that were obviously rumored to get him. I have 2. I have Wilson Contreras. That was a huge signing. I already explained that one. Dylan Cease, that one was talked about earlier. I think obviously the Blue Jays, the team that's coming off of a World Series appearance, the team that didn't get worse, that got generally better. And then Dylan Cease was obviously a hole that they filled. That makes a team that's a World Series team a lot better. So Dylan Cease is 3 for me. The reason why I don't have him ahead of Wilson Contreras is just how badly and dire the Red Sox first baseman situation was. Alex Bregman is 4 for me. The Cubs are a team that obviously is a contending team. The team last year that had the hottest start we've ever seen probably in baseball history in the past 20 years. It was one of the hottest starts ever, the Chicago Cubs. So it kind of, for me, I thought Bregman was 4 because it adds to a third base spot, which was a question mark for them going into this offseason. And then they added Alex Bregman to an already contending team. And then 5 for me, Sonny Gray. That obviously rounded out the Red Sox rotation. Sonny Gray was a beautiful signing for me. I thought that, or an acquisition, I should say. Beautiful acquisition by the Red Sox. Rounding out that rotation, like I said before, and I already pretty much explained that one. But we'll start with Mr. Ben, and we'll go left to right this time. It's just,
Okay, so I also have Alonso at 1. No one saw the Orioles signing him at all. And that's why the Orioles came out so high in like a winner of this offseason, because that's like the biggest bet on the market, except from Tucker, pretty much. And Tucker and Bregman, that was the biggest bet on the market. That's why obviously going to be the cheapest of the 3. And the Orioles just getting the guys just push them team to another level, and it like improves their depth even more.
Right.
I have Edwin Diaz at 2. The Dodgers in the 9th inning last year were terrible. The bullpen at one point was truly.
They almost lost the World Series because of that.
They almost lost the World Series because of that. The 9th inning bullpen was awful. And Edwin Diaz going there, the Dodgers signing him is a huge help. It's literally what they needed.
Think about it like this. Imagine seeing Ohtani for 8 fucking innings, and you get to hear Edwin Diaz come up for the 9th. That's kind of scary for me. That's like shit. I thought.
Yeah, fuck.
What was that effect? Play that right now.
The closer situation was like a mess by the playoffs. And of course, you signed Tyler Scott last year, which didn't work great at all because it was a terrible all year. Now you sign Diaz, and it just improves the bullpen. At 3, I have like I explained it earlier. The great signing for the Blue Jays, outlining metrics. Chargers defense was not supported, not good enough to be like supported behind him. He's at 3. I have Ranger Suarez at 4. To get a number 2, Brian Crochet for the Red Sox, it was really needed. And I think that the Ranger Suarez is the perfect 2 for the Red Sox. Because you have now, like, if you look at it, you have Crochet, Suarez, Gray, and you have Bayo and someone else. I know, King. And Oviedo. So that's a good pitching rotation that just like solidifies all of it, even like with Suarez and Gray. And at 5, I mentioned it earlier, at the signing when it's completely like underrated for me. It's not talked about enough. It's Ryan O'Hearn at 5. It's just like they filled it. The parts filled it. It filled like a hole they really needed to. Like it was just like for like utility first outfield guy. It's really
Edward Cabrera.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's my honorable mention as well.
Yeah, I would
over Mackenzie Gore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Gore got lit the fuck up sometimes last year, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's elite, like in terms of his high end potential, and like his high end production is his high end production. And then when he's at his worst, like he's bad when he's at his worst. Like he gets shelled. Like at least some guys you could sit there and be like, okay, like he's not getting shelled, but like he's not like himself. Like you can kind of tell. Whereas like, nah, like Gore, it's like shit. Like
like Gore's
I wouldn't go all that. I wouldn't go that direction. I'd like, okay, yeah, he's had some bad games, but let's just look at the team that was behind him. That team gave him no run support, no defense. They gave him nothing. So
yeah, for me, it's not about the wins and losses, though. For me, it's more so about the fact that, like, obviously, like, we've seen Mackenzie Gore be like a high-end talent. Like, I'm not telling you like he's not a high-end talent, but the games that I saw last year where like he got shelled, it's like holy shit. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's the difference between a guy like him. This is the difference between a guy like Crochet and Scooble and Skeens and like that tier, and then that's like the difference between like Gore, where like Gore's in like the tier under. Like he can get high end talent to that.
Like he's good. He's just not elite.
But could like he has those games where it's just like
I believe
you're
he
not
needs to
there.
just
Whereas like
need it.
Crochet, Scooble, Skeens, like those guys, I feel like I don't find myself saying those things. Whereas like I could handpick one game, only one game I can remember out of all of Scooble starts, because me, Ben, and Ant were watching the game, and that's when he played the Athletics and got smoked at the end of the game. He was pitching a great game until like
the 7th inning.
It was like or the 7th inning. And that was like the only game I can remember where it's like, damn, like they broke him like at the end of the game. And that was the only time I feel like with some of Gore this past season, I feel like there was too much of that feeling with me. Like they broke him.
And near the 7th inning, that's where you expect like at least a reliever to come in.
Yeah.
I mean,
to go on Gore.
Here's my thing. I feel like Gore. Sorry, Ben. I feel like Gore really needed a change of scenery because Washington was just not it for him. I don't remember anyone like that could help him because there's literally no one that could help him offensively and defensively. He needs a change of scenery. While the Rangers, their offense is kind of but it's much better than the Nationals. So maybe he could get more run support. Whereas if he does go into the 7th inning, he doesn't need to worry about like, oh fuck, what if I get shelled? We're out by like 1. In the case where like the Rangers offense is better than the Nats, I feel he's gonna be more comfortable to pitch more, And also the Rangers, they also have a shaky bullpen, but it's much better than the Nationals. So I'm just saying, I understand he got shelled, but this is my point of view. A change of scenery is needed. He got it. A better offense is there. 2, he has it. 3, he's gonna be more comfortable. I'm telling you. I feel like he's gonna. I'm not gonna say he's gonna break out. I'm not gonna say I'm not saying like it's gonna be a career year for him. I'm saying like it's gonna be improvement because what the Nats do. The Nats are fucking shit right now to the point where, like, okay, we're up by 2. We're going to keep Gore in because we have no one in the fucking bullpen to help. Then Gore gets shelled. I'm just saying, I feel like he needed a change of scenery, and he's going to be more comfortable.
And with him going to the Rangers, he's not rely to be the number 1.
Exactly.
That's why that's why his acquisition is good because it's not relied to be the number 1. It was like officially pushed to his limits in Washington, which is not going to be the case in Texas because you have Evaldi and DeGrom in front of him.
100%.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
And he has the Grum behind him. So
I said the.
Oh, you
I said DeGrom.
Yeah, he'll probably be in front.
Yeah, probably, but around them.
Yeah. It's still a great rotation.
I would have him as an honorable mention as well, and I would put also Yakamoto as an honorable mention.
Okay. Is it Narrow's turn or is it mine?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, my turn.
Okay, bet.
All right, so this is actually going to surprise you guys. I think the number 1 acquisition is Alex Bregman on the Cubs, and the reason I say that is not because of actual talent. It's because, it's talented, but it's really more so because of the added leadership. Now you have a guy on that team around these guys like Pete Crow Armstrong, around guys around even the pitchers, but especially a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong and Dansby Swanson. You have another guy that's actually won it. You feel me? You have a guy who has 2 championships. You saw what he did with the Red Sox last year and how he elevated the guys around him in terms of the leadership. I think going into this system right now, you're going to have the bat, you're going to have the fielding, but most importantly, you're going to have guys actually learn how to play the game, learn what it takes to actually be a champion. Will they be a champion this year? We don't know, but at least adding that to that team, that leadership is going to help them out, right? So that's why I have in my 1. Obviously, number 2 and number 3, it gotta be Pete Alonso, it gotta be Kyle Tucker. Naturally, they're really 1 and 2, but if we're actually looking at somebody who can actually really make a difference vocally instead of just hitting a bat, getting, fielding ground balls and actually having guys run around him, for me, it's Alex Bregman at 1. So 1, Bregman, 2 is Alonso, 3 is Tucker. I would have to go at 4. I would have to go Ranger Suarez, right? Again, it helps out Garrett Crochet. I could throw you could throw Sonny Gray at the 5, but this one's gonna surprise you too. I think Framber Valdez at 5.
Oh,
that's what I really think, because I think if you actually look at that Tigers team right now, obviously we're gonna look at the school bulls. You have now Valdez at the 2. Justin Verlander is, he's definitely not a number 3 no more. He's older, but he'll pitch a little bit, whether it's as a long reliever or as the 4-man or 5-man. You got Casey Mize, you got Reese Olson, you got a starting 5 right there that's smooth. But adding Framber Valdez back to his former head coach, I'm blanking on his name. I don't know why. Manager, I should say. Who's the Tigers manager? I'm bugging. What's his name? I'm blanking.
Fuck. What
Tell me the name, Ben. Tell me, because I know you got it.
AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch. Thank you. He's back with AJ Hinch. And mind you, I think when he was first with AJ Hinch was when he was a lot younger. But now you got that formality, I should say, back with him again. He adds to that Tigers team because, again, he doesn't have to be the man. You got the man in front of you already. But if you could slot to that 2 spot, it takes less pressure off of Casey Mize. It takes less pressure off of Reese Olson. And even now, Justin Verlander at this stage of his career. I think that elevates the pitching. That's why I say he's the 5th.
The thing with Olson is injured.
Oh, well, there you go. So you ain't got to worry about him yet. But regardless, until he comes back, because he's a nice arm too, you still have a guy like Framber Valdez that if you need a big game out of him, he should give you a lot. He's going to give you a lot of innings. It takes, it's going to take less pressure off the next guy. You feel me? Off the guy after, I should say. But yeah, that's who I have as my 5th.
The rotation goes Skubal, Valdez, Flaherty, Verlander, and Casey Mize.
That's what I forgot. I forgot about Flaherty. Well, there you go. So even that, adding him right there, I mean, that's probably a top 5, starting pitching unit in the MLB right now. Maybe it could be top 10, but that's the top one for sure. So adding him, it just adds more to it.
I completely overlooked Bregman and Tucker and Valdez.
Mm-hmm. Can I know the theory why Diaz is not in the top 5? I'm not judging. I'm not going against it. Your points are very valid, but I just want to know why.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? And this is what
Edwin Diaz?
Yeah, Edwin Diaz.
He went to the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, he went to the Dodgers.
Yeah, but it's the fucking Dodgers.
There's that. But
also, we're not gonna applaud them for getting Edwin Diaz. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for now. I'm not.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm not gonna applaud them niggas for getting anybody at this point. They're ruining baseball, in my opinion.
Exactly. No, they are.
But
here's the thing: you also have to look at Spoked. What Edwin Diaz are they gonna get?
Yeah, he's inconsistent.
You understand? But now, if you think about really, if you think about everybody who I just named, you know what you're going to get out of those players, right?
Yeah,
that's who you don't know. Edwin Diaz, you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, at the same time, you don't know what you're going to get out of these guys too. But at least these guys have the track record to actually give you consistency. Edwin Diaz, he's a great reliever, but think about it. He had the 60-something saves in Seattle, right? What happened when he got to the Mets initially, right?
Yeah.
Initially, it wasn't nothing. Then he did smooth. Then he fucked up his knee, tore his ACL. He had a great year last year, right? But now he signed all this big money, and he might be another freaking Kirby Yates. He might be another what's his face? The kid who signed for the Dodgers last year. I'm banking on. Yes, he might be another Scott. So, you don't know what they're going to get out of him. You can sign all these guys to big contracts, especially the relievers, as a Dodger. But if you're going to get mediocrity or, especially Tanner Scott last year, he just shit the bed, you don't know what you're going to get. Now, I'm confident he could do something, yes, but he's not in my top 5 because, again, it's the unknown with him. And mind you, it's not that I don't like the player. It's just the unknown. But he is in the honorable mention. I did have him at 6. I'll give you that.
It's a consistency, but it's still a big need that the Dodgers filled.
No, they did.
I don't know why I said that weird.
No, for sure. No, they did feel a need. If everything pans out, if his pitching coach, the people around him, to monitor him and actually, teach him stuff and whatever, hold him to that. If they can continue to do that and he fares well, then it's the typical Edwin Diaz. But I don't know. I just feel like with some of these relievers, even the big name guys, you really don't know what you're going to get out of them. I mean, look what happened last year to Devin Williams. He was ass.
You just don't know which version you're going to get with relievers.
Exactly. I mean, and even I mentioned Craig Kimbrell from earlier. I mean, shit, when Craig Kimbrell freaking what year was it? He went to the Orioles. He sucked. So even a Hall of Famer like that can go to a certain situation. Oh, he might be a top 10 signing of the offseason, but he shits the bed like that. So that's why I didn't put Diaz in the top 5. He is actually the 6th one. I had him at 6 from what I was really thinking about. He's at 6. But I mean, yeah, I just don't know what you're gonna get out of him. Truthfully, that's really me.
Okay.
He should have a good year. He should have a good year.
I was just asking because I was like, ooh, but then your reasoning backs it up. I totally understand.
No, for sure, right?
No,
right.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
I just have him at 2 because it's a big need that the Dodgers need.
That's that. I don't know if it's my turn yet.
Go for it.
It is.
No, yeah.
You can go. You want me to go?
Tyler, yeah.
I'll let Tyler go.
Okay, so number 1, I have Pete Alonso to the Orioles. Number 2, I had Ranger Suarez to the Red Sox. I think he's going to be a great guy to have backing up Crochet. 3, I have Bregman to the Cubs, solely because, like Nero said, I think he's not only a good leader to have when you add to the Chicago team, but also he's just a good baseball player in general. 4, this is where I had Framber Valdez. I think he's going to be a really good guy to add to that Tigers rotation. And also, if I'm not wrong, I think he usually pitches pretty deep into games. Am I right on that?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You add that with Skubal, that's going to help out their bullpen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the bullpen is pretty good.
Right. So then they're not going to have to pitch in they may always go Framber Valdez and Skubal. They're going to usually go 5, 6, maybe even 7 innings. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then lastly, I understand why you guys don't have him, but I did have Edwin Diaz just because that's a big need that the Dodgers, that's a position that the Dodgers needed to improve at. But I understand why you guys don't have him because fuck him.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoke B.
Sorry, I was texting my mom.
Look at this guy. I'm kidding.
I was texting my mom tonight. Leave me alone. Anyway,
I'm kidding, dude.
Number 1, obviously Pete Alonso. 2, this is identical to Ben's, but I have a few mix-ups. 2, I have Diaz because it's a need. It was 100% a need, actually. 3, Cease. Blue Jays definitely needed to starting pitching depth. They got it. At 4, I got Bregman, like Nero said. Veteran leadership. What he did with the Red Sox just proves it. Number 5, I have Mackenzie Gore because I really believe this man needs a change of scenery. Like what I said before, I really believe that he will become something better than what he was in Washington. I think so. You guys can't. You might not agree with me, but a change of scenery.
I don't think that's that we disagree. Yeah,
I do agree with you because, like I said, that's taking the spotlight off of him in Texas, like he had in Washington.
Yeah,
you have him as a 2 or 3 guy. You have 2 guys like in between or like in front of him. The spotlight is not on him; it's on Eovaldi and DeGrom.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta say something. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hype is about Dylan Cease. He had a Cy Young Award year, but we're acting like this guy is the great he's another one that I don't know what the Blue Jays are gonna get out of him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Listen. The reason why I have him up there, is because he's also a need for the Jays. Because if let's say they didn't sign him, who are they running with? I mean, Trey Savage is future ace for sure.
Oh yeah,
but
he's a dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, we
currently have like 7 starting pitchers right now.
Yes, but out of those 7, let's say besides Savage, besides Gausman, out of those 7, besides those 2, who are you trusting more than Cease?
Alek Manoah.
He's not even on the team anymore.
I'm playing. He's not even on the team anymore.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I give you props.
2021 All-Star Alek Manoah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
2023, whatever.
Ben, let's just be honest here. It's a need. It's a big need because besides Gausman and Savage, I don't really trust anyone else with that ball.
Berrios, Ponce, Bieber.
Oh, Bieber got hurt. I forgot Bieber got
And
hurt.
Bieber got
Yeah.
hurt.
Okay.
He's not starting the
So
year.
that's why
Farm
you
for
needed
cheap.
Dylan Cease. That's the only reason why I have him. Yes, he's kind of inconsistent. I know one game doesn't make a. Didn't he pitch a no-hitter?
Yeah, he did.
That's the need.
Yeah, he
It's
did
the
pitch
need
another.
thing for me. That's why he's 3, and they're coming.
Yeah,
off of,
it's a need
they're coming
as
off
well.
a World Series like apparent. Like that's why he's 3 for me.
No, I
And
trust. I understand.
It's more so the need. I do agree with you though. I think the jury's still out on Dylan Cease, but I think it's like the fact that the Blue Jays were willing to take a risk like that. Like it just shows. And another reason too. I had the Blue Jays a little bit lowered on my list though earlier was because they let go of Bo Bichette. But I feel like taking a risk like on a guy like Dylan Cease, like that could only be. I feel like there's no way that situation doesn't work out for the Blue Jays.
No, fair.
Yeah,
if you
that's just me. That's just me.
No, fair. I mean, shit. I mean, you know what? I would have gave. You know who the contract I would have given for the Cease contract. I would have gave it to Aaron Sanchez. All right, let's move on.
He's naming Blue Jays legend right now.
Yeah, I am naming Blue Jays legend. Hell yeah.
Dude, I love this ball knowledge from Nero. I love this.
I love
I-
the ball.
I missed
My fault. Let's give it to R.A. Dickey. How about
Yeah.
Dickey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
missed
Or
the
Mark Burley. Let's give it to Mark Burley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
There you go.
I'm done.
There you go.
I don't love that one.
Yes,
Or
sir.
J.A. Happ.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
a elite pull.
Hey, what do you
Yeah,
know about
yeah.
Red Sox legend Coco Crisp?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Wait,
Tight.
Okay.
Oh, my fault. Red Sox legend Josh Reddick. Ah! All right, my fault.
Josh Reddick's an elite pull. Damn,
Tight.
those were the days.
They were.
Those are the days. Back when we had Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez,
know.
what a guy.
Hanley
What a
Ramirez
guy.
was the guy.
Crazy he didn't win shit with Miami. Or
Man,
my
Man, I was
fault,
looking
Florida.
forward to this one, man. Like this was definitely baseball is definitely what I was looking forward to. The most. You guys already know. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Anybody that's watching though, shout out to RJ. RJ was tuning in here. You guys got any questions or comments? Just round it out here in the last couple minutes. The last 2 minutes.
I actually have a question for everyone.
We got some
I have a
before
question for
Spoke
everyone.
to ask this question.
Okay.
We got some basketball this week. Basketball come back. Baseball is coming this upcoming next week. Baseball is making a return. The Red Sox play, if I'm not mistaken, the Minnesota Twins on February 21st, spring training, right? If I'm not mistaken. We are playing the motherfucking Minnesota Twins. You already know. You know, we got some star-studded topics this weekend I'm doing for my Premier League guys. My soccer guys. Come watch me and Mr. Cristo at probably gonna do that at 1:30,
That's
2
me, guys.
o'clock
That's great.
after the 12 o'clock game. You know what I'm saying? Get some Premier League, get some college lacrosse. I'm gonna be on there. My boy Mr. Angelo, get some college lacrosse this weekend, kicking that off. F1 is making a return, so can't wait to start Fast and Serious. You guys are gonna love that. F1's awesome. We got the website launch. We got some merch dropping for you guys. We got Bay State Media Bruins jerseys. We got Bay State Media Red Sox jerseys. We got all types of stuff, man. We got some Bears merch coming. We got some Patriots varsity jackets. We got all types of stuff. And yes, high quality. Yes, we'll have sweatshirts. Yes, we'll have t-shirts. Yes, we'll have beanies. Yes, we'll have snapbacks. We'll have probably almost pretty much anything for the most part that you guys need
I'm
and
itching to
or
ask this
want.
question. Yeah.
So
I'm itching
thank you
to
guys
ask
for tuning in. Spoke has a question. Anyone that has some questions,
Everyone on the panel, what are our World Baseball Classic predictions? Because this is exciting. Because World Baseball
we're gonna get into that the
Classic-
next episode.
Yeah.
No, just give us a winner. Just
Nope.
give us winners right now.
Nope,
Give us
we're gonna
winners.
get into that the next
Nope.
episode.
Give me
I have
USA.
That's
one
literally
comment.
our entire World Baseball
Canada.
Classic. Well, World Baseball
Canada.
Classic is our entire baseball episode for the next episode. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we'll try and bang that one out hopefully for you guys.
USA.
Tomorrow Well, actually, I don't know. The NBA doesn't return for like another like.
The
No, it's back tomorrow.
Oh, it's back tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need it tonight
Thank
now.
God.
I was gonna say
Tomorrow,
Friday, but yeah. No, yeah,
Next
tomorrow
weekend.
NBA returns. So, hey, oh yeah,
Have a
that's right.
comment.
I actually have an interesting piece of information about Jason Tatum to tell you guys tomorrow. So hopefully, Nero, if you're not busy tomorrow, we're gonna crash out on this light skin ass nigga because he's starting to piss me the fuck off. I'm not gonna lie, this nigga's starting to piss me the fuck off. So we got some stuff to talk about Jason Tatum tomorrow. But
I have a comment.
Yeah.
Fantasy Baseball League is coming. We are working on it. We're going to do the scoring system. It's going to be up and running in the next month. We're going to do the draft after the World Baseball Classic.
Nigga said a month. We got to do that shit next week.
No, like the league.
Nigga said a month. We got to do that shit next
Penny,
week.
No, I'm talking about the draft. I'm talking about the draft.
Yes, you gotta log off.
We have
Log off.
Talking about the draft.
Log off.
So you gotta log off. But thank you guys for tuning in.
One final comment. Shout out to Marlins legend Dontrell Willis. I'm
What?
out of here. Come out of here, guys. No bullshit. No bullshit.